You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about Dianna Russini, Mike Vrabel, Dave Portnoy, Barstool Sports. Got a couple of things here. Number one, in case you do not realize this, maybe you don't care. I got to be honest. I kind of don't care, to be real, but a lot of people do. So what do? Make a video on it. Let the audience decide for themselves if they give a F. I'm just being honest, just being real. But yesterday, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift got hitched. All right. And with that getting hitched, Mike Vrabel and his wife made a public appearance going to said wedding at Madison Square Garden. I think I read something like 120 members of law enforcement showed up to ensure the safety of this event. Man, that's a lot of wasted manpower. That's all I'm saying. So let's check this out right here. Mike Vrabel and his wife, Jen, stepped into a car as they headed to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding. There's Mike Vrabel. There's his wife. She does not look happy. Look at that face. Look at that face. She's not happy. That was from page 6. Wow. 4.9 million views on that. I mean, isn't that wild? How long is this clip? 15-second clip of Mike Vrabel and his wife stepping out on the town. Which sort of leads me into the next thing. And I can tell you, this seems like a good fit. That's all I'm going to say. Because the one thing I can give Dave Portnoy credit for, Dave don't give a shit what people think. He don't care. And the one thing I can assure you, and you may be like, really? Really? I've been doing this long enough with 5 channels and 385 million views over 5 channels covering politics, sports, entertainment. Whatever platform Dianna Russini decides to pop up on, she's going to do big fucking numbers. I can tell you that right now. People are going to either subscribe if it's independent, if it's Barstool. It would not shock me if Bill Simmons and The Ringer gets in on this, because I know her and Ryan Russillo are tight. I don't know what kind of tight, but tight. I know she's got a relationship. I don't know what kind of relationship with the Barstool guys. See, that's the problem. You gotta put that tag on there. But she's going to do real numbers. And a lot of people reacted to this because he just said, yeah, she wants to come work for him at Barstool. He's going to hire her. He's going to put her to work. And I got to be honest with you. If I'm her, I wouldn't waste a second going to Barstool. Because Portnoy will probably pay her real money. She was making $800K working with The Athletic. I don't know what Dave would pay her, but he would give her probably her own podcast, some kind of NFL podcast. John Gruden's over there. I mean, Portnoy could make appearances. Gruden could make appearances. And they could all just sit around and talk football, and that sumbitch is going to get numbers. I'm just letting you know right now. So let's just take a look at this. Dave Portnoy knows how to get attention, generate headlines, and he did exactly that with his latest offer. Former NFL reporter Dianna Russini, who resigned from The Athletic in April amid the Mike Vrabel scandal, is technically a free agent now. And it seems Barstool Sports is sensing an opportunity. Portnoy, in a conversation with Us Weekly, went on the record to state hiring Russini to Barstool would be, quote, absolutely a no-brainer. Quote, no-brainer. If she wanted to work here, we do it. She'll land somewhere, and if people who have affairs are never allowed to work again in this country, you're going to lose a significant amount of the workforce. It's true. Let's not act like it's not true. It's true. It is obviously really sad, but at the same time, that's not a capital offense that should end somebody's professional career. Of course, this got a lot of reaction. Quote, predictable since day one. Scum gravitates to scum. The leftists hate Dave Portnoy because he just don't give a shit what their opinions are. Now Outkick will do a 180 and start backing Russini. Was there anybody... Has she really been under attack? Or have people just been talking about everything that surfaces? I know people have said, why do you keep doing videos on this? This is far and away the biggest topic. Last year, the biggest topic on this channel that did numbers was Shedeur. This year, Dianna Russini and Mike Vrabel giving Shedeur a run for his money. And honestly, it's close and it may have actually done bigger numbers than Shedeur. I haven't went back and looked, but it's close. NFL writer and insider John Frisella commented on X, she can go to Barstool, but I still think she's more likely to come back with the Dianna Russini Insider podcast. I think that's a real possibility. It is a no-brainer. Seahawks Forever podcast. Well, duh. Honestly, that's probably the most logical fit for her at this point that would work. Honestly, it wouldn't shock me if Outkick did take a look. If Clay Travis was still running the show at Outkick, just because if you're looking, again, people can get mad at this, and I get it. I have crushed both of these folks, but she's going to do real numbers. She's going to do real numbers. Stephen Beck, the Daily Pulse, she'd do well to take that. Dave would capitalize more than people would be willing to admit. It's probably a match made. It would be big. It would be big. Of course he would. Who would even deny that? It's up to her to keep proving everyone right and keep stacking cash or save face and not join that hideous empire. You can always tell the leftists because they hate Outkick. They think Portnoy's the devil. Yeah, I can totally. The basketball diary. When and where she comes back, I think it will be in the media. She will do numbers. She will do numbers. And by the way, Barstool has destroyed her. They've eviscerated her over this entire thing. But at the end of the day, yeah, she didn't commit murder. I don't know, It just depends. That's the problem with social media. Because you got to take a step back and go, does this bring me viewership? If I do this, are people going to watch? And if the answer is yes, you've got to at least go, ooh. You got to at least sit down and have a talk about it with people involved. That's just how this game works. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Shit. It's crazy. It really is. I can't believe this story has had the fire and the legs that it has. This will be, I understand we're only 4 days into the month. This will be the biggest video in the first 4 days of this month on this channel, and it probably won't be close. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.